boy, just be yourself. If people don't like it, if you're being yourself, fuck them.
Big Los,
Hollywood Kid,
and welcome to another episode of The Noize. Sitting in with us today, at least for this half of the show, we have Back to the Classics' own Jay Alonzo. What's going on, bro?
What the deal is, people? Hollywood Kev, Big Los, family.
Figured I'd have Jay at least check in on this part since he had me on for Scarface, one of my favorite movies, and I must say, Jay, I had a lot of fun talking about that, so I appreciate that, good sir.
My problem. No, my pleasure, man. It was definitely great to have you on there. I am looking forward to being on this little half part of the Noize because there's some fuck shit going on.
It's a bunch of fuck shit going on.
And I can't wait to dump my 2 cents because it seems like not just black people, but even white folks are taking L's all week.
All week.
Mm-hmm. So I think
goes out to everybody. But then again, the black people taking L's are the ones that are catering to the white people.
True.
But before we get into all of that, we know that y'all are all here for the Hitman Beatz interview. Trust me, it's coming up the same way we do with all of our interviews now. So to all the new listeners of The Noize, what's popping? Welcome.
How you doing?
Have a seat.
Hello there.
Like, share, and subscribe, and all that good stuff.
Yep.
But before we get to that, we do got to address some of the, as Jay Alonzo put it, fuck shit.
The fuck shit
that's been going on in entertainment. And not so much politics, but definitely people who speak a lot on politics.
Yeah.
And who really should know a hell of a lot more than what they've been displaying with being so involved.
Can I edit that up real quick? I think what we say is people who are not in politics, but therefore want to speak up on politics, but they don't know what they speak of, so therefore they should really just shut the fuck up.
Actually, Bill Maher knows a lot about politics.
Bill Maher is one thing, and I'm actually pissed at Bill Maher because I'm actually a Bill Maher fan. But as far as Jason Whitlock, as far as Kathy Griffin, as far as who else took an L this week?
I think those are the main.
Those are your main.
I think those are
your main three. Well, then Bill Maher, we can debate him, but the other two, just shut the fuck up.
For sure. So, Kev,
yes, sir.
Holla at us. So, what's going on in the world today? Fuck shit number one. Looking at.
Well, it seems this is all Trump's fault.
Yeah, at the end of the day.
It's all his fault because I feel like if he wasn't in office, if he wasn't the lead person with the fuck shit that's going on, we wouldn't have the tricklings of fuck shit.
The tricklings,
yeah, that's transpiring right now. Starting since we're on Trump, how y'all feel about Kathy Griffin?
Okay. Here's my take because it's two sides on the pistivity. I'm speaking out the issue, off the pistivity, new word. Okay. I'm speaking out the issue of fairness. It was stupid because that's low key sending a direct threat to the president of the United States.
But even outside, I don't understand what she was trying to do with that.
What
I don't get it.
Funny,
it was just
the message.
It was just mad random.
What were you trying to reach by having that? Now on the other end, there's so much outrage, so much news coverage, so much social media shares and conversations about it. Where was all of this when they were lynching Obama puppets and burning Obama puppets and all the the hang in there Obama poster, which had the hang and the Obama part in all red, so you could just read that. Where was all this outrage and all this respect our president when they was out here basically killing Obama every other day?
You're right. Now, and I want to speak to that because I want to speak to that. Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second. I agree with you on everything. Where was the outrage with that? And the reason I don't think there was no outrage is because I think that's a tradition with people. And the reason I say that is because I was watching this show called Superheroes Decoded. It's a great show on the History Channel. And what they do is they go back to how the superheroes came about, so on and so forth. So with that, they're using documentary clips of shit that's actually been going on. And I believe it was during I think it was the Nixon era. People were actually hanging Nixon. So what I'm saying is to say, I think that's more of a tradition. Only difference is this is a black president that you're doing this with. You can't really go with traditional in that case because you niggas was really hanging us.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's not something that
exactly.
It's just us hanging another president. Like, yeah, but
Exactly.
Yeah, that's when tradition becomes a hang.
Right, and I'm saying that to say I think that's why people were on Iraq because they was like, oh, we're just hanging another president. But for us, we like, hold up, wait a minute, you niggas is hanging.
But even
our
outside,
president.
okay, so let's eliminate the fact that they're hanging Obama the same way that they quote unquote hung every other president because Obama's the only one I truly remember. Now, what about the references to him being a monkey? What about the comics about him being a monkey?
Exactly, and that's what sets it apart from the other presidents.
If you remember, there was a news clip of a cop shooting a monkey, and I forgot what the actual dialogue in it was, but it was basically them hinting towards that being Obama. So it's like, all of this was cool when there was a black president in office, and we have to understand it's just freedom of speech, and it's just jokes. Now, granted, we don't know why Kathy Griffin did that. But we just know it happened. Right.
My thing with it is with her obviously using a tasteless freedom of speech, why did she get fired over it? That's like firing somebody over their opinion.
Well, you gotta keep in mind that, she's not, one of the hottest comedians out. She's pretty much, her time is pretty much past in regards to her stand-up, at least. So she's mostly known for being the co-host with Anderson Cooper on the New Year's Eve joints with CNN. So if you take that aspect, knowing for a fact that the outrage that would come with the picture and whatnot, I'm with you guys. What the fuck was the point of it? Like, it wasn't funny. Even she knew it wasn't funny. And it's to people who love Trump and people who fucking can't stand Trump, who actually wouldn't mind the outcome of that picture. But at the same time, it's not funny. So what were you trying to gain from that?
But I think even her saying that, it wasn't funny and everybody was like, oh, it was supposed to be a joke and everybody took it out of context. The interview she did prior to that, she even said, we're not afraid to send a message that's going to shake things up, that's going to make some noise. So it's like, you didn't intend on this to be funny. You intended on this to get the exact reaction that you got.
They wanted to shock about your action.
But what you didn't plan for was to be fired.
Right.
And now all of a sudden you got half-assed apologies.
Well, go back to the CNN thing. It didn't shock me that CNN went ahead and pulled the plug on her, only because what CNN represents, obviously, in their connections to the White House and to, anything that's political. The picture went out, Wednesday? She was fired by Friday?
Oh, yeah, she was definitely fired by the end of the week.
Like, they wasted no time. Like, maybe within 2 days after the picture went up, she was out there. And it didn't shock me because CNN, they're liberal, right?
I believe so.
Okay, so, but when it comes to the consistent abuse from people who are Trump fans, from people who don't like what the picture represented, even if they don't like Trump, they got to make an executive decision like that. You know what I'm saying? And they know for a fact, even if she did a Facebook video and cried her fucking eyes out, the damage was already done.
Yeah.
Even though it was a situation where the damage didn't even need to be done. It was just like there was no point for it.
Right. Literally no point.
There was no point.
And that's where I disagree with her doing that.
One thing I hate about that whole scenario is after you do some shit, don't get on there and fucking apologize.
Right.
Don't say you're sorry. Period. You know what I mean?
I say just write it out.
Yeah, period. Regardless, don't say you're sorry because you knew what you were doing. You know what I mean? You weren't sorry when you did it, and
please, you knew the outcome of it because you said we're not afraid to make some noise with what we're doing right now.
And please understand the process when something simple as uploading a picture or video. You take the picture, you look at the picture to see if this is right. You may take one or two more to get the perfect one. You upload it, and right before you upload the picture, it says, "Are you ready to confirm or whatever the case is?"
There's a video of the shoot. It was about an hour long.
Yeah,
shoot.
There's a step to this. So for you to take those steps, still go through with it, and then turn around and apologize, fuck all that.
It's a very fake apology. It's the oh God, I just lost the job and let me get things back together.
That's the whole layout of the apology. Like I guarantee, if CNN wouldn't have cut her loose, there would be no apology.
None, and she probably would have talked about it on the first episode of her show.
Yeah, there would be absolutely no apology. Like we did the shit. You like the picture? It's a good one, isn't it? Like she wouldn't have cared.
Now I'm interested to see if she's going to come out with a video on why she did it.
Technically,
because we still don't know what she did.
Because, like I said, there was a video.
I'm not talking about the one part. I'm talking about.
And then in her apology video, she was saying it was a joke or it was a bad joke or something like that. So, her story switched so many times. So if you want a definitive answer for her, we're probably not gonna get that for a while. I guarantee you, she gets a podcast.
No, I would not be surprised. But I want to hear her break down what she was thinking, what's going through, what was she trying to do. I just want a little bit more
context
because it just seems like you woke up one day, oh shit, she got the fake Trump head. You know what I mean? It's just weird. One thing I hate too, Trump this dickhead gets on there and my son didn't know if I was really hurt or not. Well, if your son lived in the fucking White House with you, he would know.
Let's just pretend. Let's play pretend that his son didn't know whether or not he was really hurt. Is Kathy Griffin really going to kill Trump?
Exactly.
Kathy Griffin, out of all people.
Not only that, though, if your son really didn't know, you don't think nobody would have came to you and said X, Y? You don't think that shit would have been frantic?
When would she have found the time to behead Trump and take and have a photo shoot?
Not even that. Does she even have the channels to even get Trump killed?
Right. Do she have those connects?
You know what I'm saying? Like you're literally a person with an opinion. That's basically what it is.
And then for the people that are coming to his defense, think about that man's kids. Like you said, Los, they didn't give a fuck about Obama's kids.
Yep, exactly.
They did not care. All the shit that not only Trump said, but everybody said, call him all sorts of names in the book. And this is on
talking
record.
About his kids.
Exactly.
Let's not skip over that. They've also talked about his kids.
Now, this is why I say this is when tradition becomes irony.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tradition becomes irony. Because when it was Obama, when he was the victim of all this, tasteless bullshit.
We need to know how to take a joke. And what's
nobody
freedom of
said
speech.
nothing. And a lot of that abuse came from Donald Trump himself.
Oh, yeah. Called him an immigrant.
But then you flip it over to when now Trump's now the commander-in-chief, and this non-funny comedian who has no real plug to anybody shows a fake severed head, which I literally look at the picture like what makes the head Donald Trump is the gold hair. The fucking face
True.
so goddamn bloody, you can't really tell who it is.
It's definitely a Donald Trump Halloween mask. If you really look at it, it's a Donald Trump Halloween. It's the same way they did with the Michael Myers mask. How that's a William Shatner mask and they cut the eyes out.
Yeah.
It's a Donald Trump mask, but I think the eyes are like stitched closed.
Oh.
Right. The more you know. Star.
Yeah. I didn't even know that. But that's why I say that's when tradition, like if every president has suffered this sort of abuse, right? So you said Nixon went through it. You said Reagan went through it.
Nixon deserved that shit.
Yeah, he deserved it. Now, both of them deserved it. Both of them deserved it. I'm saying that I don't know which one it was. I can't remember the documentary. I was interested in other shit. But it was one of those two. Mm-hmm. And they were hanging and burning. And hell, I even seen burning of the flag. So this is, like you said, this is tradition. This has happened before. But now, all of a sudden, it's an issue.
Now it's an issue, right.
When we got the person that's literally that's starting already to fuck this country over, it's an issue. Mm. That's funny to me.
It's very funny. So again, if y'all gonna be as pissed off about Trump, let's bring back what happened with Obama, because everybody's talking about oh really, are you really still stuck in 2012? Like, yes, nigga, because this is what y'all was doing.
Exactly. So
you should be, if you're that pissed off about this, let's really speak about all the disrespectful threats, as you like to call it, that happened against presidents, and especially the race related threats that happened towards Obama. Let's not just sweep that under the rug. Let's address all of it if we're just going to address
right.
this.
And there's a difference, because Obama had racial threats and he also had like political threats.
Yep.
Trump just has the presidential shit. You know what I mean? He's not getting racial threats. So yeah, if you go compare and contrast, do it all the way.
Right.
Don't half step it.
Now, what if the crime at hand was held by a white guy, by a white person, and
they wouldn't go to jail,
and it wouldn't be a hate crime either?
What if somebody tried to kill Trump?
Somebody white tried to kill Trump.
Oh yeah, he's going to jail because he's president. No matter what.
I was being facetious.
Oh okay.
I was saying it since white people don't seem like they go to jail. You can do whatever you want if you're white. You're not going to jail.
Now when you do it to another white guy. Now if Trump was black, if this was Donald Jackson, then they'd have been like, "Stop it!" and smack him on his wrist. Jay, you also brought something to my attention that honestly I was kind of in the unknown about, just because it's been a very active few days for me, so I was actually really outside the loop.
Do say.
What's going on with Bill Maher?
Oh, wow, Billy. Okay, so Bill Maher has always been the type of personality that, in my opinion, I think most blacks like. You know, I mean, not so much like, but he always kept the 100 as far as.
I'll give him that. He has always
as far as his political stance, as far as his view on the country and police brutality and all that. See, he always kept it all the way funky. So the other night, I don't believe I'm not too sure who he actually interviewed with. Matter of fact checker Kev, can you look up who he was interviewing with to present such a quote?
That could be your rap name.
Fact checker Kev.
Kev.
FCK for short.
Fact checker Kev.
Who was he?
Get it right.
Interviewing?
New shit.
who was
New
he
happens on Earth
interviewing with?
stays on Earth.
Hey, can somebody tell me what the hell that means? Where else is it gonna go?
I mean, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
But we have other what happens in
that's
Vegas stays in Vegas. That is
Other
completely
cities.
different. That is completely different because you can go to Cali and talk about some shit that happened there. Where are you gonna go from Earth?
Basically, he's saying like if you go to Mars, ain't nobody gonna know what happened on Earth. Long story
So
short.
the alien gonna know about that big booty cockeyed chick you got with the other day.
They
Yeah.
gonna know you when you was bench pressing.
I heard about that.
300 pounders out in Arkansas.
Okay, so anyway, Bill Maher had an interview with a senator. I can't think of his name, but the fact checker Kevin's gonna take care of that for us. And he did it. There, I forgot the actual quote, but the senator mentioned something about having Bill Maher on board with them, and something to the degree of, we look forward to having you in the field with us. In which the crowd begins to giggle because, obviously Bill Maher.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. It was with the interview with Senator Ben Sasse.
Okay, Ben Sasse. Okay.
Yeah.
And so as the crowd is giggling to whatever facial expression Bill has on his face, and of course Bill chimes in, and then the first thing he says was, hold on, Senator, I'm a house nigga. And the crowd is giggling. You could tell, like, after the we love to have you in the field with us part came out, it was a majority of giggles in the room. When the house nigga part dropped, very select few giggles were heard. Very select few. There was like, ooh. And then, this is one thing I do love about production and television, because when it's dropping like that, the cameraman always knows when to go to the guest. And when the cameraman goes right to Sassy's like, huh. Okay.
He was Mike Myers when Kanye said,
That's exactly who he
"Don't cut my
was.
black people."
Like, I'm a house nigga.
Oh,
That's what we're leading with.
Okay. I don't go to the bathroom.
At that point, you should just do it. So I'm a house nigga. Out the boys out. Like, what? None. I had a thought spider.
Oh Lord.
What? I'm a house nigga.
I'm a house
We'd
nigga.
love to have you work in the fields with us.
Work in the field.
That's part of that. That's
Senator. I'm a house nigga. No, it's a joke.
Right on the damn
What
show.
is it with the Bills in 2017, man? Like, what's going on?
Man, oh man. I wonder what was his thought process behind that. What's he thinking? Because when they do interviews like that, don't they kind of know what the questions are going to be?
Just like Kathy, what the fuck were you trying to? What point was you getting across by saying that?
Maybe in his case, maybe he was trying to say that he's rocking with the black society so much that that's where he felt he would fit in at, because at the end of the day he's white.
Because when you hear
So
when you hear a house nigga, you instantly think of the light skinned nigga that wasn't out in the fields and all he had to do was kiss Master's ass just enough to not have his ass in them fields. So it's like, so you're telling me you're kissing ass for the higher ups, but you're normally going after the higher ups. So it's like, what were you getting at with that?
I don't know. Maybe he thought it was just going to be funny, because a lot of on his show he says stuff that's usually politically correct, but it's funny. So maybe he thought he was, going to get some laughs and it was going to get blown under the rug, and that was that. He was sadly mistaken.
At this point, him saying the word nigga has just officially, like, this transcends that. This goes above and beyond that, because now it's like,
because now it makes
this is a slavery reference that you use as a joke.
not only that, it makes it to where the word, we say it within our black culture, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now by him saying it, it makes it to where that white guy down the street feels like he's comfortable in saying it, even more than what he may have already felt.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It kind of takes the word away from us in a sense. Our elders would probably say we shouldn't be using it anyway.
Right.
It takes the word away from us.
Right.
And we use it as a term of endearment 99% of the time. It takes that away.
And let's be real. I feel like Bill Maher has always kind of thought he had the golden pass anyway.
Exactly.
Because
this is why I think that's why
None
he
of
said
y'all
that.
have the golden pass.
Because in the history of the show of Real Time with Bill Maher, he's had Jay-Z, he's had Chance the Rapper on there at one point.
Listen to the title of the show. It's Real Talk.
Real Time with Bill Maher.
Real Time.
Right.
Either way, it's more so of a black type of thing. You don't get too many suits, if you will, with the title of a show that way. It's always going to be something politically correct or very conservative. You know what I mean? So I think, like you said, he always felt he had to go and ticket.
He thought he had to go to ticket, but it's one of those things where when someone of another race who's not black either respects the culture or has enough input on what's going on with black issues, right? And when it finally, I'm telling you, I used to watch Real Time with Bill Maher kind of often, not recently, but every police involved shooting, the Mike Browns, the Trayvons, every other week when there was another black person getting killed, he would cover it on the show, whether it was him and Michael Eric Dyson, him and
Killer Mike's been on there.
Killer Mike's been on there a few times. Hope's been on there a few times now. And
has Hope been on there?
Like twice.
Huh. I gotta look that up.
Definitely like twice. And Nas been on there too.
I remember when Nas on there.
But every time you hear his stance on police killing unarmed black people, right? He would be the main one to really push that issue. Like, listen, this is bullshit. This is this and this is that.
Right.
So the way people responded to him when he would actually be about for change, then all of a sudden we get, I'm not a house nigga. Like, whoa! You know what I'm saying?
I just feel like there were too many different ways he could have approached that.
I feel like he shouldn't even touch it at all.
He shouldn't have touched it.
He shouldn't have touched it at all. But in kind of in his defense, that shouldn't even have presented to him for him to say something like that.
But I don't
think about how it was set up.
I don't think Sassy was trying to set it up to make it seem like we want you in the field
His
with us.
His name is Sassy.
Okay.
Well, that wasn't his choice.
Right. If I say that was
doesn't matter.
That was his matter. That's his slave name.
He comes from a family line of Sassies.
You know what I'm saying?
They all sassy.
So it's like it really wasn't set up like the crowd chuckled, like you said, off of Bill's reaction, not off of him saying we would love to have you in the field with us. So I'm like, you could have went in so many different directions, and I understand. Like one of Bill Maher's biggest thing is shutting down religion. He has stand-up comedies talking about religion, like was it Religulous?
I'm not sure.
Something like that.
Religulous. Yeah.
Religulous. So, and he talks about it often. He's a well-known atheist, and he gets a lot of backlash from that. But because religion is such a
wouldn't you classify atheism a religion?
Technically, yeah, but people also identify themselves as atheists.
Yeah, absolutely. But I don't think that's a religion. Is it?
I believe atheists they go against their religion is to go against every other religion, basically. Okay. But that doesn't get that much backlash because there are tons of atheists. You know what I'm saying? Now, where it's different with this is the wounds are still open.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're still looking for answers from slavery. We're still looking for our 40 acres and a mule. So we're still looking for our reparations. We're looking for all of that. So and then with everything going on just inside the black community that white people seem to just be ignoring, that's not the joke you make. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
I completely disagree with him saying that, he feel like he got the golden ticket, but again, nobody has the golden ticket. If anybody has the golden ticket, it's Eminem, and he ain't even gonna say it. You know what I mean?
You got a very valid point.
Yeah, Paul Wall as well.
Paul Wall?
Yeah, Paul Wall, he gets the golden ticket.
Paul Wall?
Yeah.
You giving Paul Wall a golden ticket?
Jay Alonzo
he's giving
he's
Paul
the one
Wall.
giving Paul Wall the golden ticket.
Listen. I know you guys seen the memes on Facebook.
I give Dirk Nowitzki a golden ticket before Paul Wall.
Right, he got a chip.
Okay,
a black wife.
So fill me on this one. There are memes on Facebook talking about white people that can get invited to the barbecue. Okay,
he can get invited to the barbecue.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, let him grill.
So yeah, so Paul Wall, Dirk, who we missing?
But out of all these people, none of them better say nigga.
No,
what I'm saying.
You can't say nigga, but you can't come to the barbecue though.
I don't know what Bill Maher was thinking. I feel the exact same way about him replying to that with the house nigga comment is the way I feel about Kathy with the Trump head. The shit don't make no sense.
It doesn't.
There was really no rhyme or reason for it. You found yourself trying to be funny, and now you opened up a whole nother can of worms. And once you open up that can of worms, that race can of worms, bruh, it's kind of hard to close. But speaking of house niggas, now if we go by definition, Jason Whitlock has to be the prime example of a 2017 house nigga.
Yeah, he has to be an Uncle Ruckus.
Jason Whitlock is a blend of Uncle Ruckus and Steven from Django Unchained.
Oh yeah,
like it goes beyond house nigga with this dude. Like at this point right now, he's like, Well, sir, I can go ahead and jump on in this for you and defend the beautiful white race real quick if you don't mind.
Like him defending old girl, that was expected because that's his colleague.
Right.
But of course, and as y'all already heard, LeBron had his house vandalized and spray painted with the word nigger on it. And
before you even get there, it seemed like that's a trend in Cali. It seemed like in Cali, if you got a house and you got money, it's either getting broken into or something. Because I think one of them housewives of whatever, her shit got robbed.
Bro, the racists in Cali are all pussy. They'll do some shit when you're just not there. Like, where's he at?
Like,
all right,
wow.
cool. Nigger. You know what I'm saying? But, his house was vandalized and they sprayed nigger across it. Now, first of all, we say it all the time. There's a difference between the hard R and the A.
Exactly.
So, it's two different things. But in this situation, obviously, this was a racial attack. Mm-hmm. No matter how no one was hurt, of course, it could have turned into something, had somebody come out to try to, stop it from happening. It could have been anything because the dude was already bold enough to spray paint LeBron James' house. Mm-hmm. So Jason Whitlock, he decides to go on Fox, of course, Fox Sports, and say that it's not a racial attack based off of status.
He said that LeBron doesn't have to worry about racial issues because of the money that he's makes and the money that he's worth. And I think that's the biggest load of bullshit ever.
It is, because leave it to you, a black face in this industry, to tell us that if you're poor, that's when the real racism comes in. But if you're well off, if you're a public figure, if you're a known face, never mind you play basketball, you play ass off every night. But if you got just enough money in the bank, you all of a sudden you're just like, it's no longer racism to you. Now it's just like, oh, it was inconveniencing. No, motherfucker, this is racism.
Outside of LeBron, that I can think of the top of my head, you had that, I always fuck up his name, Tafo Cephalosha, that plays for the Thunder. Mm-hmm. When he had that arrest incident where it was mistaken identity.
Mm-hmm. Quote unquote.
Right.
Even though nigga plays for the NBA.
Right. And then you had that soccer player in France that got sodomized by the police out there, and they were saying it was a mistake. This man is a soccer. Now, if you're in the States, soccer is not a big thing.
Right.
When you're not in the States, soccer is
life.
Yeah. So
soccer is football.
Exactly. So we're seeing these people that have money that still can have those same situations that us people without have. And for this numbnuts to go in there and say, if you got money, you don't have to worry about it. I bet you his stance changes the moment he goes through something.
But that's the weird shit to me, because with that logic, Harvey Milk's assassination wasn't a hate crime against the homosexual community. Mm-hmm. Martin Luther King's assassination wasn't a hate crime against the African American community. Mm-hmm. This was just a fucked up situation.
Right.
But why were these people killed? Because he was a homosexual. Because he was a black man. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. That makes no sense.
It makes none.
When it's a black man saying this,
that's like the ultimate slap in the face.
You already know to get mad when a white dude says, and you're already loaded up with responses when a white dude says it. Mm-hmm. But you're a brother. Mm-hmm. You're a brother with a really tiny fedora.
He can't look at me in the face and say that in all his years of living, he has not experienced not one smidget of racism.
Oh, he had to. He has to.
He cannot look at me and tell us. So for him to open his fat ass cheeks and say some shit like this, no.
To plump up them gums and start barking out.
Who's that nigga on that night?
That's what he might as well have said. He might as well have said that. Get out of here, dude. Nah, man. Nah. I never could rock with him. Like, one thing first of all, I don't watch anything Fox whatsoever.
Me either. I don't.
You know what I mean? I don't. But when I saw when they run through clips of all the things he said about African American athletes, the shit he said about Serena Williams, basically saying that she's out of shape and he doesn't know how she can play with all that ass, basically. Shut the fuck up. You're out of shape. We don't know how you can talk with all that meat around your neck. Like, I don't understand. He puts forth a bad name for fat people. He looks like the type that in the middle of his sentence, he just be like, like he's always licking his chops when he talks.
Either that, or once he got to the period of his quote, like, yeah, and that's why LeBron James shouldn't be really offended.
Deep exhale. I'm telling you, Jason, man, you gotta get out of here with that bullshit, dude. You really on some other shit right now.
And it seems like he has this thing about going after. For some reason, he likes to shit on LeBron a lot.
Oh, he hates LeBron.
He shits on LeBron a lot.
He'll tell you all day, I'm a fan of LeBron, but you can't find a positive thing he's ever said about LeBron.
Okay, so before we even get off this clown motherfucker, he broke down his typical day after work. He said, you know what I'm gonna do when I leave here? I'm gonna go up to my apartment in somewhere in the fucking valley. I'm gonna walk to my front door. I'm gonna see the concierge at the front desk, who's probably either white or Latina. And then I'm gonna go to my apartment and I'm gonna lay down and da da da. I'm like, so what you're saying is
I'm gonna cook me a honey baked ham after making sweet tender love to it, and I'm gonna have me a good old night.
I watched the actual clip maybe 3 or 4 times, right? Mm-hmm. And this man, in my opinion, is a self-hating bigot who literally will go on TV, shame any black person for a check. Jason Whitlock and Tom Loren need to go ahead and get together, do a collaboration album. You know what I'm saying?
Like real shit.
So this is why I think me becoming a celebrity is taking as long as it's taken, because I be the type that I'm gonna have a response for people like him.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm not going to hold back. I'm not going to be politically correct. Well, you're a star. No, I'm going to talk to you like I have nothing in my pockets. Because that seems like the only way you're going to get it. And I'm going to come on your shows and I'm going to let you interview and y'all not going to censor me.
Right.
I think to stamp out people like that, we have to have people that are willing to go and really shut these people down. You know what I mean? Use their platform to make them look so stupid that nobody else wants to look at whatever they're offering.
Right.
I think that's the way to go, because we can't have people like that in media
representing us.
Exactly. Because now you got these other suits that's like, well, he thinks that, so the rest of them must think that
it must be
too.
true. We found us a nigga that feels this way, so might as well give him a bigger platform. Nah. I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you make. If somebody comes at you with any form of racism, any form of prejudice, that is exactly what it is. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're in the fucking finals. That's just what it is. So miss everybody with that, Jason Whitlock. You're an idiot. Sucking the cream out of Twinkie ass niggas.
Yeah. Completely unaware of actual black people issues, when I know for a fact that you yourself come from black people issues.
Man, we didn't open this up with a whole lot of hate. Jay, let them know where they can find you at so we can get to this interview.
At I am Jay Alonzo. That's Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Back to the classics. New episodes drop every Thursday. Thank y'all for having me on.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And fuck Jason Whitlock.
At the end of the day.
Shit.
We appreciate you guys sticking in there. Without further ado, end of the conversation, into the interview. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Hitman Beatz. Let's go.
Niggas going for the win. Niggas going for the win. Niggas born no gym. Niggas born no gym. Bad bitch like him. Fat ass way slim. Making movies no film. Nigga, you singer, you swim.
You're still locked into the Noize, and joining us we have Sin City's own, one of the true on-putters for Las Vegas.
Yes, sir.
My man, my high school boy, Hitman Beatz. What's going on with you, family?
Yeah. Hitman Beatz, we in the building live with the Noize.
How you living, Brody?
I'm living good.
So, man, since Mojave, you've been grinding, bro. You've been putting in major work, dude. Tell me a little about what you got coming up. What's good with June 9th? What's going on there?
June 9th, my album dropping, Time to Tax, or all media outlets, Spotify, iTunes, Xbox Live, Google Play, all that. Time to Tax. I've been working on it for almost like 2 years. I dropped a mixtape fully loaded before that just to test the waters. But, I got 2 other albums on iTunes. I got, what's it called? Sequel Life and 2 Real for a Deal. But the distribution company I went to sent me my sales back and it wasn't right. I'm looking at people buying my shit all over the world. And I'm wondering why my checks
numbers weren't matching right.
Yeah, the numbers wasn't matching right, and I found a new distribution company through Empire that's putting this next project out. So I'm gonna see what this one do too. I'm just test running stuff before I put out the real good stuff that I got. I'm just testing the waters, but it's still good. It's still good music, but I'm holding the best for it.
So what can we look forward to with this one?
With this one, it's called Time to Tax because I feel like I've been doing this for so long. And I've been giving deals and all this, so it's like, it's time to tax. Like,
you came to collect.
Yeah, I'm 28. I'm 28. This is my 3rd album on iTunes, and Shit, I feel like everybody want to buy my music now. I want to get paid for my shows. I want to get paid for my verses, my beats, my hooks, all that. So it's time to tax. Even with the other stuff that we selling, you know, it's time to tax.
Everything. Should get your money.
Exactly. So what's it been like growing up in Vegas? I'm assuming you from Vegas.
Yeah, I was born here, but I've been here forever. It's like, if you in the house, you good. If you outside, most likely before you 21, you going to jail for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And the police so heavy on the rap music, they don't want us to do anything. Like, they think that everybody do music is either a pimp or they doing some other shit. So you just got to watch who you affiliate out here in Vegas and
Definitely.
and shit like that. You know, like
Yep.
get so many, not even the gangs, just the cliques out here that can get you real fucked up. So
I feel it.
it's different out here.
Yeah, that's for sure. It's definitely different.
Hella
We can
true.
get in trouble. Hey, we can get in trouble 24/7 out here. You know,
For the most
Yeah.
random shit.
Yeah.
I just went to jail Monday. A show I was supposed to do. As soon as I pulled up, I got arrested. You know what I
Damn.
mean?
You know what? I had that question. But I mean, since you already touching on it, holla at me. What was up with that? I saw you posted something online. You went live with it. And the fuck nigga actually saw he was alive and cut that shit quick.
Yeah, he
And
seen
then-
that shit. Like, you on live? He said, you only got one viewer. I'm like, damn. But look, the whole reason why I got on live, because last week, they arrested a man. And before he even made it to jail, he died.
Right,
You feel what I'm saying?
right.
So I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm finna get on live just
Right.
in case some weird shit happens.
Yeah. I feel
But
you.
look, they said they pulled me over for a U-turn, right? Nigga, the car in front of me did the same thing. So I'm like, why y'all ain't go out to him then? So I'm already knowing what this shit is about.
Right.
Nigga, they sent a bench warrant the same day of the show, on Memorial Day, like when they closed. Like, they had to actually go to the judge like, we want a warrant
Open
for
this
this
shit
dude.
up, right.
Yeah, so as soon as before I even got up there, somebody had already went to jail that was supposed to perform.
Damn.
And they said they going to go get somebody else that's performing. But I didn't know they was coming to get me, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm still go.
This was the Mozzie show, right?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm going to still go. As soon as I got up there, dude, the promoter calling me like, be there at 10. Don't
I saw
be
you
late.
had the screenshot
Don't
with
be
that.
late. So I'm like, damn, as soon as I get up there, I'm calling him, he ain't answering. So I'm like, oh, this nigga set me up.
Whoa.
I'm like, this nigga set me up. But I don't know. I just think that any event that dude does, police there. Because I did a show with him in January. You know what I mean? Then he say, pull up, I got a surprise for you. As soon as we pull up, it's hella police.
That was the surprise?
So I'm like, damn, is that the surprise? But look, I've been performing at Miss. I done did like 10 shows this year. They said I had a warrant for a whole year. So why y'all ain't been get me?
And any of these shows, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. It was
that
just
shit
janky.
wild. That
It was
shit
just
wild.
It's hella shady, bro. And I'm glad to see you got out. I know it's just a little overnight. You know,
Yeah.
something you can handle that. That's light work.
Yeah, man.
So as far as I guess kind of jumping back into it, as far as like your musical background, like we're at your studio, so obviously you recording cats. You know, you've been Hitman Beatz since I've known you. You know, you get on the mic. So what exactly is your musical background?
All right, first, boom. I started drumming when I was like 5 or 6, one of them. And then when I was like 8, my mom started giving me drum lessons and shit. And then when I get to West, I'm trying to play the drums. They was like, ain't no drums. But they ain't tell me percussion would lead to the drums. So I'm playing saxophone now. I just stuck with that shit. Then 7th grade, all right, now I'm in drum line because now I know you folks play percussion to be in there. So I'm playing sax and on drum line till like 8th grade. Then I get to Mojave. Still in the band, 9th, 12th, boom. All right, but 10th grade, my homeboy showed me this program and shit, Fruity Loops. And we making beats now. We bringing beats to school every day, all that shit.
I think that's everybody's like first real experience with beats.
Yeah, then we got, my boy got Acid Pro. So I'm like, all right, this nigga recording, fuck it. We about to make this nigga our first artist. We signed this nigga on a contract and everything. Then we just started making music together every day. We was like, man, fuck the contract. We ripped that shit up. And then I had an artist. Cheddar was my first artist at Mojave because he was dancing and shit, and he already had all the people. So we did his first album at Mojave.
I remember when Cheddar used to be in fucking theater class, just
Man, we
notebooks,
we
just
was
on
printing
it.
out CDs in the faculty lounge, making covers and shit, getting hella copies and shit. The motherfuckers in black and white. And then we just passed them out of school, selling them for $5. We like, damn. And then, shit, we just kept doing that shit. Started getting more artists, started getting better and shit. Then next thing you know, everybody got Triple E chains and shit. And then I'm like, damn, what am I gonna do after high school? I went to Full Sail right after that shit. Like, fuck it. And I went out there, got my associate's degree in recording arts. And I came back and I'm like, damn, I got a degree in this shit. I'm finna go work at the Palms and shit.
Right.
Fuck this shit.
They still do
I go to
clean
the
up
Palms. I go to the Palms. They was like, yeah, we ain't got nothing but internships. And I'm like, whoa. I just spent $40,000 to go work for y'all for free.
Right.
I'm like, hell, I ain't doing no internship.
You gotta see that. You gotta see that
I already
return
had
time
all-
to tax.
Man, I already had all the studio equipment, so I'm like, man, you know, I'm gonna make my money back just recording niggas like who ain't gonna want to record with me. And then I just been doing that ever since.
So, has rapping always been in the cards, or is that something that came with producing?
Hell no, I was never rapping. I was like, man, hell no, y'all niggas be killing me on every song. I can't be getting on songs with y'all. But after getting slaughtered on damn near every song I was doing with these niggas, I just got better out of nowhere just because they was better. So when you around better people, you just get better too.
elevate.
So
Right.
I'm soaking up all these niggas, like how they delivery. Like, damn, how can I make my shit tight? Cause I was writing tight shit, I just didn't know how to say it. Like, but then once I just kept being around and listening, I'm like, okay, I'm about to be better than these niggas. Watch, and I just kept doing that shit, and I got better. People started, hey man, get on this song, get on this song, get on this song. I don't get on everybody's songs. I'm like, damn, I'm gonna do my own shit then, and I just did it, and everybody was fucking with it.
So what number album is this then?
Well,
From
look,
not fucking with it to
all right, my first real mixtape, I would say Vegas Talk. Because first I put out a CD called The Re-Up. And then after that, I started getting hella downloads and shit. I'm like, damn, I did another one with my boy. We did a joint mixtape called Vegas Talk. And then that did something. So then I'm like, okay. And then my first real one by myself, I did Target Practice. But that still had everybody in Vegas on it. It's like a feature every song. So it was like a compilation. Then I did Sequel Life. And then that was my first album. Sequel Life, and then I did Too Real for a Deal. That was another album. Then I did Fully Loaded. That was a mixtape, and then I got I skipped 2 808s and Crates, 50 Grams, and then now Tona Tax, and I got Tona Tax 2 done too, and 808s and Crates 2
working.
done.
right.
Yeah, because I just
working.
be doing songs and I just put them away, and then I don't be listening to them because once I hear it so much, I don't even want to hear it no more. But people ain't heard it, so that's why I'm waiting for the second album to see what it do. Because it's been 2 years holding music. I wonder what people gonna do with it.
So you went from not fucking with the rapping to having all this material. So like,
and it was another thing. Like I'll have like shit already to the beats I'm already making. So I'm like, damn, this is not how I thought this nigga was gonna do this song. You feel me? So I'm like, damn. I be needing to sell my beats because I want the cash, but still, like, damn, I could have did something with this way better. So that's what started.
I was about to say, you hear niggas on your beats and it's like, come on, man. You could have gave me something a little better than that. No, I feel that.
Yeah.
So like with all the projects from, not even fucking with rapping at one point, and now you just seem to be cranking them out. You say you just got shit just on layaway at this point. Like, what's the typical day for you when it comes down to music?
Shit, like, I'll wake up, come to the studio like 12, then sit down here and just sit here until somebody hit me up like I need a beat or I'm trying to record. But then I'm just sitting here like, damn, anybody coming through today? All right, fuck it. I'm going to just do like this shit. I got to record, run to the booth, say the shit, come back, boom. Like, that's how I got to do it. So sometimes I don't even be trying to do this shit. Like, if I'm going to do a song, I really got to be like, I got to make a whole beat from scratch and all that. So, I don't know, like, it just be different.
Right.
Every day is different. But it start off coming here, though.
It's all work. It's all hard work. I feel that.
How do you feel about the music scene in Vegas?
Like we got a music scene, but at the same time we don't. Like we got artists for sure. Like that's nothing. Everybody, it's a lot of people in talent out here, but we don't got the other shit. Like nobody in Vegas want to be a manager. Like nobody want to be a booking agent. Nobody want to be a PR. Everybody want to rap. Like we got producers and rappers. That's it. We ain't got no labels out here. We ain't got no A&Rs out here. So it's like, what can we do out here? Like, can't perform nowhere. All the local places gone. All we got is the Beauty Bar and Cracker Box and Boomers. Like, ain't no real crowd finna come to any of these events because they not even know where people be at. These people don't have a name like that. The only club is Mist, and we get booked in there, but it be packed in there. But it's like the crowd, they don't care. Like the people in Vegas, they like as soon as I perform or something or somebody perform, they just be sitting there like, I don't know if they just don't know the words or if they hating. I don't know, but they just be standing there. Like, I go anywhere else out of town, these people be going crazy.
On it,
and I be
right.
like, damn, what the hell?
No, they came
Like,
for a show.
Why y'all don't fuck with us in our own city? I go anywhere else, Atlanta, Texas, they be going crazy. Out here, they just look like it because they already know us or some shit. Like, oh, that's them. They always up here. It be shit like that. So nigga got to stop performing and not show his face no more. I feel like until then when you step out, people like, oh shit, there you go.
Right.
Like, they always seen a nigga like
They'll be quick to claim you for
I
the
can go
city
see
at
him
that.
on live. I can go see him on Snap. Like, there ain't nothing special this nigga perform. But we go somewhere else, it's crazy.
So would you say it's like harder
Hell
to get
yeah, it's
recognition
harder.
here?
And people keep moving out here like, oh, y'all got it, y'all. No. No, nigga, because that's why ain't nobody on from out here except for Dizzy. But it's like, nigga, ain't nobody else like really. Nobody's infatuated with our music scene but us. Like, they don't love the rap scene like we do. They don't see what we trying to do. Like, you got a nigga like Neo, he from the city, but he don't do nothing for the city. You got a nigga like Diddy, he don't do nothing for the city. Like, we need somebody that's gonna do something for the city. Like, if I was on Diddy level and I got niggas overseas packed out shows, I'm putting niggas on my show that's from Vegas. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? I'm putting producers on my project that's from Vegas. Like, I'm gonna do something for the city. Like, ain't nobody doing nothing for the city. So that's why we just waiting for one person that's gonna really, that we all know in the city that's gonna do something for somebody out here.
Yeah, and a lot of them they'll scream Vegas, but they don't necessarily put Vegas niggas on.
Yeah, they'll say
Like,
Vegas.
they'll have
in
hella
their song,
openers,
but-
and a lot of these cats ain't really true
Yeah, you
thoroughbred
be like,
Vegas niggas. You know what I mean?
This? Who's this? A whole show, a hella motherfuckers not even from here, and they be like, damn, that's crazy.
And it's like 15 openers.
Yeah.
For real. Like that Molly shit, like, nigga, that shit shouldn't have that many people performing. Like, that shit was way too many people. But they only do that just so they can get all of our crowds to come
Right.
to one spot.
Right. Bring your fans, and then all everybody else just making shit look live.
Now, we're going to throw our own events, though. We got an event getting planned at the beauty bar, and it's going to be called Hitman and Friends, and, like, whoever on my beats or whatever, we're going to just pick people like that. Like, you get 10 minutes, you get 10 minutes, you get 10 minutes, but they all going to be to my shit. But, yeah, that's it about the scene, though, really. It's hard.
Hearing that is hard, you know, and just seeing the work that you're putting in, you're still you're persevering past that. Because I seen you work with, you know, Mozzie. I just saw the video you did with Jock. And of course, Filthy. You all over his shit. Like,
Yeah.
who are some of the other people that you've actually worked with?
I'm going to keep it real. The nigga, he locked up right now. D. Flores, he the one, like he was getting hella views on YouTube. Hella fans, subscribers, all the shit. Instagram,
He used to be a
booming,
SOD,
all
didn't
that. Yeah, so I'm just fucking with this nigga, and I don't know, something about all the rappers and shit. When he was coming in town, they was all fucking with him. So I'm meeting hella people because of this dude, and he don't even rap like that. Like, he just playing with the shit. So I'm like, damn. So he put me on with Ice Burgundy from Cali. So I'm fucking with him. He from Briscoe. So just like a few months ago, I went to Texas. He hit me up like, come through. As soon as I come to this nigga house, he got Southside with him, Mike Will,
Damn.
who else? Oh, Rico Reckless, Frenchie from Brick Squad, all these people. So I'm like, damn, I stayed at his house for like 3 days, and I brought my studio with me. So every time I would make a beat, them niggas hopping on my shit. I'm like, cool. So I'm like, damn, if I could just stay out here in Texas with this nigga, I'll meet everybody. Boozy,
Be good, right?
Waka, all these people coming to fuck with him when they in Texas. So I'm like, damn. Like, if I would have just been out there, like, I did a song with Frenchie, and they like, man, we like the song and shit. We like your hook. Hey, but take your verse off. Let's put Waka on it. I'm like, damn. I'm like, fuck it. I took my verse off. At least I'm still on the hook, and it's my beat. Fuck it.
Right. So
Now
you're
I'm-
still getting some kind of
now I'm
shine
about to have
from
a
it,
song,
definitely.
I'm about to have a song with Waka. I got one with Rico Reckless. And I just did a song with Young from Cali Swag District. I'm trying to make my next shit, like, I'm trying to get all big features.
That makes sense. So, out of everybody you mentioned, who would you say is your favorite to work with?
Damn. I like working with Sauce Walker. That dude crazy as a motherfucker. I like working with I like working with my boy Money Wade too. We got a joint mixtape together coming out. And shit, I like working with anybody. Like, if I don't like the person, I'm not finna record him. So
Right.
I like recording with everybody I record with, really.
So, like, as far as like everyone that you did work with, who do you think your style of producing and the hooks that you do and just your style in general, who have you like gelled the best with?
Damn. I think I'm gonna say Mozzie because I was working with him and like him and Filthy was doing like a joint mixtape. I got like 5 beats on that one. It's called Political Ties. So we in the studio and they calling June for some beats and I'm like, damn man, I'm trying to get on this motherfucker too, but June ain't answering. He's like, what you got? I bring up my computer like 4 or 5 beats. He like that one. So then I'm like, damn, now I'm gonna have to sit here and wait for this nigga to freestyle his song, cause that's all everybody do is freestyle. So I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to sit here and freestyle. This nigga was writing all his shit. That nigga write all his shit. He write ugly as fuck. And he got big words, then little words, then I'm like, damn, how the fuck you read this shit? And he went in and knocked that shit out in one take. I'm like, oh yeah.
It worked for him. Shit.
I'm like, oh yeah, I'm finna just stay right here. So then I recorded like 5 verses for that nigga in one day, and then that nigga actually, you know, the next week that shit was done. So I'm like, yeah, I need to work with this nigga some more. And he got big pulls, so
Hella, definitely.
So what skills would you say are needed to be being successful, especially in this industry? What is something that you gotta have if you want to be successful?
shit, you gotta have patience.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Patience, and you gotta have work ethic. Cause when I first started fucking with Filthy, like, he was coming over every day. Even if I was asleep, this nigga would be outside waiting for me to wake up. As soon as the garage hit, boom. That dude do like 2-3 songs a day. And I'm like, damn, this dude do songs hella fast. So then I'm looking, I go on iTunes. I see all his CDs. This nigga got like 30 CDs, bro. He got like 30 CDs. And I'm like, damn, bro. Like, you just drop the tape and that's it. And then you go to the next one, you drop that. I'm like, he like, yeah, nigga, you supposed to have a tape at least every season. And then I started thinking about it, like, damn, niggas in Vegas only be doing like 1 project a year. Probably two
I say some years, right.
So I'm like, damn, niggas ain't dropping enough. So I'm like, okay, I'm only dropping 1 time a year. That's why, you feel me? I'm like, fuck. So I'm like, damn, that's work ethic. He dropping videos fast as much. He'll shoot a video. He'll do a song that day. The next day he's shooting a video. Like, niggas not doing that. So it got to be a work ethic, because the more they see, like, even if they're not even listening, like, I drop a mixtape, I only get like 500 listens. It don't matter. He gonna drop the next shit, because when they hear the next shit, they gonna want to hear the one before that and the one. So I'm like, damn,
it's gonna keep
I need
climbing.
to stack my shit up. And then it's like, you got 30 albums on iTunes. Look what you think your check gonna be like. You got 30 albums that people can pick through and buy.
And they're gonna revisit it, so that's still the streams. You still gonna get paid off of that.
Yeah, so it's the work ethic, really. The people always gotta see you working. They always gotta see that shit. And then your money gotta be right too. Like, this shit ain't cheap. Niggas gotta pay for graphics, pay for beats, pay for studio time, pay for people to post your shit, pay to be on blogs, World Star, all that. This shit costs. So if you ain't got patience or no money, if you don't work enough, then you better find something else to do, because all you gonna do is be wasting your money. For real. I know niggas that buy hella beats that still ain't even put out 1 song. Like, nigga, over 100
That's a waste, because shit, beats be hitting, beats be taxing.
Hell yeah. That's why I like going to like Atlanta or Texas. Because when I sell my beats out there, they coming with it and they gonna put it out.
Oh yeah, Atlanta niggas, they stay working.
Serious about their music. Like, they'll beat a nigga after they resell their beat. That type of shit.
Oh yeah.
Them niggas be buying beats like dope out there. Like, nigga, they'll buy a beat the same price they buying big shit for. Like, I sold a beat for $1,000 out there, and nigga, that beat wasn't even all that. I was like 19. I wasn't even on my prime or nothing like that.
It was an easy stack though.
Like, yeah, like, what the fuck? Then I come back out here and niggas talking about 150. Like,
The
whoa,
love.
like, damn, bro. Like,
Especially after you just sold 1 for $1,000.
Right, yeah.
You like, nah.
yeah, that's how it be going though. People be doing it. You got a million producers that just give niggas shit for free.
Right.
Then you got the YouTube shit. Niggas just throw beats on YouTube. Yeah, I want to record to that beat off YouTube. I'd be like, damn, bro, this ain't your beat though. You can't. You can't sell it. You can't market it. You can't put it on the radio because it's somebody else shit you never even bought. So that's
Strictly
why I don't
mixtape.
do that. Like, I did before, but then I was like, damn, I heard somebody with the same beat as me. I'm like, oh no, I can't.
Oh yeah, that had to be the worst.
I ain't finna put this out.
I feel that.
Yeah. Feel like 100. So with everything coming that you said already, what's next? What's coming up for Hitman Beatz?
At the time of tax, I got a Vivo account and a Pandora now too. So June 9th, all this stuff supposed to go live. So I'm gonna have my first video on my Vivo account. No Gym, that's the single I'm finna push. The video already out, but I'm finna re-drop it
Under the Vivo account.
and then depending on how this project go, I got another project lined up. So if it's green light, then I'm gonna drop another project, Tona Tax 2, in like 3 months after that. So, and then I'm still working. I got the No BFE TSF, that's Filthy, and the Sauce Twins joint album together. I'm on there. I'm on my boy Hype. He got some videos coming out that I produced. I just saw some beats to Mike Jones. He got some shit that we finna put out. He about to move out here, so shit.
He
really,
got some shit coming up. Wow.
Yeah, I was like, damn.
I thought he was done.
Man, my boy like, man, come meet Mike Jones at this video shoot. We pull up to the video shoot, chop it up and shit. I ain't really speak to him and nothing. I was just on some high horse shit. Like, my boys was talking for me and shit. So the next day, he came to the studio and I played like 5 beats and he bought them all.
Yeah. So
I'm like, damn. He like, nigga, he had contracts for the beats and everything.
Oh, he was ready. So he knew he was coming to pick something up.
Yeah. So then he texted me like a few days ago, like, I'm about to come back out there in a week. So I'm waiting on him to come back, but he trying to do some shit with me too. So I don't know. I ain't signing nobody, so I can do whatever I want to right now. So I'm just networking really. I'm just trying to see what's next. But as artists, my next project is already lined up. I'm just waiting for this first one.
So you going to be making a lot more moves outside of the city?
Yeah.
Trying to bring more attention back?
I'm supposed to be going to Texas, but every time I try to leave, like I was trying to leave before Memorial Day weekend, but it's like, why leave when we got Boosie and all these people finna be out here?
Right.
So I'm like, I'm gonna wait after that, and then we got a show coming up in June. So I'm trying to figure out what date it's gonna be. It's gonna be at the Beauty Bar, but so it's like, hold on, don't just leave yet. But I am about to leave, and if I do leave, I'm going to Texas or Atlanta for sure.
Oh, that's like you relocating, or you just gonna be out there for a little bit putting in work?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't want to relocate. We just got our studio, so
right.
It's like we can't leave the business because we're gonna run it if I'm gone. So it's like let me stay here, just keep running in and out, and stack up until I can go out there and come back and forth like comfortable. So.
You got any last words for the people?
Man, my last words would be, man, look, June 9th, man, Tona Tax is coming out. June 9th, iTunes, all that. Get my album, man. Y'all got to support the boy so I can go out of town and make these moves and put the city on.
Support the
So I
city,
need everybody
definitely.
to get this album, though, so I can show y'all how to do this shit for y'all music, too. Like, my shit go on iTunes. I want to show y'all how to promote this shit the way I'm about to promote it. I want to show y'all how we can get this money just off of iTunes, you know, just putting your CD out. And it ain't that much to put it out. So that's why I'm trying to figure this out for real. So then when my boys or people that I produce ready to put some shit out, I can help them get your shit on iTunes and help you get your YouTube money, your music money from wherever you got your shit on. June 9th, Tona Tax is coming out. Make sure you get that. Holla at me if you need to record. Come to Hitsville, right by the Palms. You know, get my number, Instagram, Hitman Beatz 3E with a Z and shit. That's it. I'm really looking for y'all, man. I'm looking for all y'all. I'm looking for y'all to come to the studio. I'm looking for y'all to support that album. And shout out to the Noize. And that's it.
Yes, sir. I know we said last word, but I actually got one more question for you, folks. One more. So, being that you're, I said it before, you're really one of the cats in Vegas that's truly moving. You know, you're bouncing around, you're doing what you got to do to really put the city on, put your cell phone, do the whole nine. What is it you think that some of these artists aren't doing to make sure that they get heard? Because it is hard to get, you know, seen in the city. I remember everybody went crazy when J. Cole made that comment, thinking it was like a direct attack at Vegas. So, what is it you think the artists out here need to start doing?
The artists out here, they got to start actually getting physical units. Like, people be dropping CDs, they don't never have no CDs. Like, where the CDs at? They be like, oh, my shit on SoundCloud, or go listen to my songs on YouTube. Like, niggas need CDs, niggas need flyers, posters, niggas need business cards, shit, flash drives on deck if you going to an event. Like, if you know somebody gonna be there, like a manager or the DJ or something, just get a flash drive and just toss in the flash drive. They can just pull it all up. Cause I was like, damn, if I had a flash drive, I could have just gave it to Mike Will right there. But I gave a flash drive to somebody else though. I gave it to Rollo.
That's how a lot of people doing their press kits right now too. Just put it on the flash
put a
drive.
video on there, a song, some pictures, whatever. I don't know. It's like the people out here only support shit like what you said, the J. Cole shit. They only support shit that's controversial. Like,
right.
Oh, J. Cole said this. The whole city talking about it on Facebook. Or like when we had went to jail, like I get 900 views going to jail.
Right.
Then when I get out, I'll get on live. I got like 50 people on my live because they only want to hear like the bullshit.
Right.
But then go live after that. Like right now, we got an interview. We got like probably like 10, 15 people. Like they only want to. Like if I would have put the title, oh niggas just ran in the studio and stole some shit. Everybody gonna want to come in and watch the shit. But if a nigga talking about his music, niggas don't want to come in there.
Right.
That's why it's like, it ain't just the artists, it's the people too. Like,
Oh yeah.
So the people got to make a change. They got to make a change too. But the only way the city gonna jump behind you is if they see you doing something co-signed by somebody, or if you just got hella money. That's the only way they gonna look at you.
And they gonna claim you hella quick when they start seeing the moves happen.
Yeah.
No, I feel that, bro. Hold up. Before you guys check out, we got one more interview for y'all.
Yes, sir.
Something real quick, but we just had one of Hit's people walk in, so we want to make sure everybody in the camp gets their shine. So I want to introduce y'all, ear hustlers of the Noize, to Tona Da Owna. What's going on with your family?
All right. What's up with y'all?
Chilling, bro. Chilling. How you living, man? How
Lovely.
I know it's hot, bro. You came in all black, bro. You don't feel this outside?
Yeah, I feel it. I hopped out of AC in the house, straight to AC in the car, and got here before y'all got out.
And it's AC in the stew, so I definitely feel you on
It's kind
that.
of hot in here, but shit, we gonna make it.
We'll make it work. It's cool for me. I'm getting a little bit of air, so I got what I needed at least. All right, so definitely wanted to get you and get some words from you. So how are you and Hitman affiliated?
Me and Hitman is locked all the way in. I met Hitman through Filthy Rich when I first moved out here from Cali. But when my manager and Hitman manager now, Shake the Maher from Palm Tree, introduced me to Filthy Rich. He was doing a movie in Fresno called 99 North. So I'm signing him. So he locked me in with him. Filthy locked me in with Hitman, and ever since it's been a wrap.
You from NorCal or SoCal?
NorCal, Fresno, California.
Oh, okay, out in the Bay. I see you.
Yep.
So what you got coming up now that you in the city? I mean, what you working on?
Man, since I've been here with Hitman, I had my first album was supposed to be Rich Before Rap. We was dropping, but my manager kept pushing my date back. So me and Hitman dropped the album on our own called Rubber Bands Before Rolexes. We dropped that. That shit got a little buzz going. I had D-Lo, Filthy, a few other people on there, so that did kind of cool. Then I came back and dropped Rich Before Rap. And that had Sauce Walker on there, Filthy, D-Lo.
You got the names.
Yeah, Young Jock. I know you seen that video with Hitman, Young Jock and me.
Yeah.
We just caught on the way in at that. Yep.
Right, so yeah, we got a lot of shit going, and Hitman album drop tomorrow. Y'all go get that Time to Tag, and my album drop next month. Another album, I'm calling that Let's Talk Business.
You got an official date on that, or just it's coming out next month?
I ain't got no official date, but I will have it shortly.
But it's coming.
It's coming.
That's all you need to know. It's coming. Look out for it. Tona Da Owna. He's on.
Yes, sir. Every major website, Pandora, everything you type music website, I'm on there. Type me in, I'm gonna pop up.
Are you on the Time to Tax record?
Yeah, I am on Time to Tax. One of the songs on there is called On Fleek. Yeah, I'm on
Okay. So you say you're from the Bay Area. So what would you say would be the...
not quite the Bay.
Not quite the Bay, okay.
Like the Valley by Sackmore, Fresno.
Okay.
Got you. Okay.
So what would you say would be the major difference between music there and music here?
Culture.
The culture. Yeah, Vegas don't have too much culture.
Got much of it.
Yeah.
Right?
We got a lot of culture and everything, pretty authentic where we coming from. I mean, I like Vegas and everything, but we just got our own different cultures.
Right.
That's it.
It's on another level out
that's
there.
it.
So has it been hard to adjust to the music scene out here?
Nah, not at all.
Okay.
I mean, you got to be able to adjust everywhere.
Of
if you
course.
wanna make it.
Gotta adapt.
I mean, China, everywhere. You got to be able to get it rocking. So that's what we're doing. And Hitman, he one of the best producers on the West Coast. I mean, I put him in the same category as Mustard and June and all the other big heads from the West. He really with that. So yeah, it's easier with that.
So he was telling me when he's in the studio, man, he's locked in. So would you say when it comes down to your music, do you feel as if you'll live in the studio until you feel like you got that perfect project or that perfect track? Like how do you normally go? Like what's your method? Is what I'm basically trying to ask.
Staying consistent.
Okay.
Dropping. I got another video coming out on Vivo. Probably gonna be on World Star with Sauce Walker this Friday coming up. It's called From the Mud. Look out for that. yeah, just staying consistent. Stand on their neck. Make sure they keep seeing you every day, in every way, everywhere, you know? And shit, that's my method, and it's working.
Definitely. So you working with Sauce Walker, you know, you was in the Jock video. So who else have you actually, you know what I'm saying, got locked in with?
Man, I got locked in with a lot of people. Even if I didn't make a record with them, I met a lot of people like shit. Me and Hitman and a few of my brothers, we went out to Atlanta and locked in with Jock, but he had us out there for a week. Every day when we wake up, he calling us like, hey,
Sound to work.
even if it ain't work, he was playing. Hey, y'all meet me at my club. I'm about to go set up for the night. Just have us everywhere with him. We running into every goddamn body. Like, motherfuckers calling me on my phone like, hey, man, you still out here? Nah, but I'll be back. You know, we tapped in with a lot of people, but, I work with some big names in it already.
Okay. The project coming out, is this your first official project coming out, or you've had EPs, mixtapes?
This is going to be my third project.
Okay.
Pandora that's out everywhere. And this one called Let's Talk Business.
Okay.
So plug the other two. What were the other two projects?
The other two, the first one is Rubber Bands Before Rolexes. I dropped that. That's on Pandora everywhere, you know, iTunes, Spotify, Apple, all that. And my second one that I just dropped is Rich Before Rap. And I already got my third one ready to drop. Let's Talk Business.
How many tracks on the third one?
On the third one, we probably going to go about 15 this time.
Oh, okay. You giving them something to sit with.
Oh, yeah.
My first one, I did 14. And the second one, I only had 13 on there. So this time, I'm probably going to do 15.
Out of all three, which one would you say was the most difficult to make?
The first one, me and Hitman put together, so that wasn't nothing. We went behind my manager back and dropped that. And it actually got some buzz. It got popping. I shot some good videos, and it did what it do. But my second one, I wouldn't say it was the hardest to put together, but it was definitely the most difficult because I didn't have nothing to do with it. I just sent over about 40 songs to my manager and let him do what he do. I was like, hey, man, I don't even like that song. That song old to me. Oh, well, I like it. The world ain't heard it. Woo,
Right.
You know, put it together and did what he did. But,
Okay.
hey, it's doing so.
All right, man. Get the people some final words. What you want to let the people know about you just on your way out?
Man, I'm Tona Da Owna. You can find me on Instagram, Tona Da Owna, Facebook, Tona Da Owna, you know, pretty much Pandora, everywhere. Tona Da Owna, man. Look me up and shit. Stay tapped in, and we're going to bring y'all something that y'all can really fuck with if y'all don't already fuck with it now.
And the project's coming out next month. What's the title?
It is Let's Talk Business, my third album, Palm Tree Records. You know, it's coming out.
Look out for Let's Talk Business, y'all.
Yes, sir.
Tona Da Owna in the building. And let's go ahead and close out. June 9th, time to tax.
Get it.
Catch Hitman Beatz at the Beauty Bar when they put their show together. Again, since we had another question, plug where the people can find you at.
Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, Hitman Beatz with a Z, B-E-A-T-Z, and add a 3E after that, and you can just look me up or just Google search me, I'll come up.
Kev, where can they find you at, good sir?
On Twitter, _Hollywood Kev. Same with Instagram.
At Big Los UTC on Twitter. Of course, you can find me on Facebook, Snapchat, Big Los. Pretty easy to find. You're going to catch a lot of Mexicans under Big Los. I'm telling you that right now. Just being so for real. But I'm the blackball. Don't look for the cholo. BeatNetworkOnline.com. Make sure you guys follow the blog, follow the podcast. The Noize is still every Sunday, and we appreciate you guys tuning in. Hitman. Bruh, it's been real, man. We appreciate
Appreciate
the
you.
words, appreciate the story, bro.
Good looking.
As always, we appreciate you guys tuning in. As always, we appreciate your participation. And as always, it's Big Los.
Hollywood Kev.
It's the Noize.